I'll give you the rules. We're gonna basically ask 3 different general knowledge questions. If you get all 3 right, you win the game.
Yeah.
And if you get any of them wrong, you're done. So we use electricity every day, right? At our homes. But who invented this electricity?
It was invented by
Benjamin Franklin. Correct.
Yeah.
Number 1, correct. Okay. The second question: what is the national game in USA?
basketball.
Wrong. The national game is baseball.
Baseball.
And then the last question I'm going to be asking is, what is known as the red planet? Great. Got 2 questions right out of
Good attempt.
3. But yeah, really good attempt. Thanks to them. Thanks for coming in. So now I have Mudassir with me. Mudassir, where are you from?
From Islamabad.
Faisalabad, another hostelite, and he's in the 4th year.
Fourth year.
So we're going to ask you 3 different general knowledge questions. If you get all 3 right, you win, and if you get any of them wrong, then obviously you lose. So we're going to ask the first question. We wear watches every day, and we check the time. But who actually invented this watch?
That's a hard one.
Actually, I have heard about him or her, but I don't have.
If you know the first name of the person, and
Who was it?
it's actually Peter.
No idea.
I don't know him too.
Peter Hanlon.
Peter.
Okay. Anyway, next,
We got another stream.
name the largest democracy in the world.
Largest democracy in the world.
No,
I think it's
Think about it.
United Kingdom. Is that correct?
It's actually India.
Ooh. Okay.
But yeah, no problem.
Third question.
Third, what is the hardest substance on Earth?
Yeah.
There are different kind of elements, but what is the hardest material?
It's I think.
Think about the daily use. What do you think is more valuable, and what could be hard?
I have a couple of elements like titanium.
I'll give you the hint. It starts with the letter D.
Okay.
Oh my God.
इसको मारो टूटते
I
नहीं है.
have not good marks in chemistry. Basically, I have not good.
Jewelry है. जिसको मारो टूटते नहीं है. Diamond.
Is that element?
Yes, it's an element.
It's a compound.
What is the question?
You could call it an element. क्योंकि दुनिया की एक चीज है, element है.
No, it's element.
According to English.
Muhammad Ali, where are you from?
I am from the Gujranwala. I am from the Rakhine.
So you're a hostelite or you're a day
I
scholar?
am a day scholar.
Day scholar.
And you, which year are you in?
I belong to the first year.
You recommend new students to come in this
Yeah, I
university?
definitely recommend. I recommend especially the day scholars here.
Oh,
So the day scholars which are from the Punjab college or another college from here who get the higher merit. And please don't go to the Islamic Iqbal or the KE. So please
Just
come
go at
here.
your own local city.
Local city. Being the day scholar is the best thing and better thing.
Some different questions,
Yeah, sure.
and they're pretty fun.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
so one we're gonna ask is, what is the smallest bone in the human body?
I think it may be in the hair, in the ear, and it may be the stapes.
Yeah, correct. Stapes, ear bone, one of the smallest bone in the human body. Okay. Now the second question that I'm gonna ask is, we know that there's different types of shapes: square, circle, triangle, right?
Yeah.
There's a shape that has 10 different sides. What is that shape called?
I'm not certain about it.
If there's a shape that's 8 sides, it's called octagon.
Octagonal, yeah.
And if there's a shape that's 5 sides, it's called pentagon.
Pentagonal.
But what is a shape that is called with 10 sides?
It's called the decagonal.
You got it correct. Your luck helped him. Okay, the last question. Who discovered X-rays? It's a little tough, but I gave the question to him.
I am not quite good at the historical side, from the historical side of view, but I think that
I'll start with the letter of the first name. It's W. If anyone knows around, you could help.
Rontgen.
Huh?
Rontgen.
Last name is Roger, whatever it is. We're not pronouncing it right, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Arslan from? So you're in first year, and how is GMC like? It's been like 6 months for you.
Yes, almost I have spent 6 months in GMC.
How was the experience?
The experience was, what I will say that it was
Ups and downs. How was the experience? Tell me.
I mean, bad, good. What was it?
it was perfect.
Perfect.
I mean, more than my expectations.
Is he a hostelite or?
Yes,
is
he's a hostelite.
Yes, I was like.
Okay, awesome. That's great. General knowledge questions. I just want to ask. It's just part of the video, so First question I'm gonna ask is that how many continents are there in the world?
7 continents.
Can you name them?
Yes, I will surely I will name them.
Okay.
The largest one, Asia,
Okay.
Africa,
Okay.
Europe,
Okay.
Antarctica,
Okay.
South America, North America.
Awesome. Perfect.
Australia.
Australia is the last one. Got it. Okay. The next question that I'm going to ask is, what is the only animal that can jump? That cannot jump? Only animal that cannot jump.
Snake.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is really good.
Good.
But no.
Snake jumps.
He jumps.
It does sometimes, yeah, it does.
Snail. Snail.
We got it.
He has some good idea.
point
But
it.
you know the answer that I wrote is elephant. They don't jump. But
Like a snail bhi jump nahi karta.
Yeah, you
Ji,
have
ji.
some.
Point, 2 points.
I'll give that point.
Third.
Okay.
Very nice.
And we know that there was a man on the moon. What's his name? There was a famous moon landing they did back. But who was the
Which
first
is a
man
bit
on the moon?
controversial.
American.
What's his name?
It was an American. The name was.
Starts with N.
I don't know if the name starts with N, but
I know he has it in his mind. Jawad with me. Which year are you from?
I'm from Korea.
Third year student, and he's also from Gilgit.
Yes.
Another host. Trivia question. 3 different questions we're gonna ask, and you're gonna have to try to guess all of them right. So the first question we're gonna ask is: there are different countries in the world. What is the largest country?
Largest country, China.
Okay, in population-wise or in area-wise? I had to add this, huh?
Population-wise.
Population
I think China is largest
Okay, but
country.
I'm actually asking for in area-wise.
Area-wise, USA.
No, actually in area-wise it's Russia.
Russia.
Russia is the largest in area, but in population-wise it's China. So I'll give the point to him.
Okay.
I'll give the point.
1 point, 1 point.
1 point. Okay. Now we were talking about different elements in the periodic table, right?
Okay.
How many elements are there in the periodic table? This is a question from chemistry. I think basic chemistry questions.
112.
Huh? 100? 112.
You got it.
118.
18.
No. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Okay.
118.
Okay. And the last question I'm gonna ask is, how many times? It's a more Pakistani related. So how many times the word Pakistan comes in our national anthem? 1, 2, 3. How many times?
Pakistan.
You have 3 seconds.
1, I think.
You're correct. What's your name?
Hamzilla Babar.
Hamzla, we had a really great cricket match, and we saw him how to play basketball. He's a really good player. If you ever come to GMC, try to visit. I have 3 general knowledge questions, and like you know the rules, you have to try to get all of them right. So we're going to start out with one simple one. What is the largest ocean in the world?
Pacific Ocean.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How many oceans are there actually?
There are Pacific, Atlantic, Indian.
Indian. Actually, there are 5.
Five
But I didn't ask you to name them. I asked you for the largest.
You got it.
One
You
more.
got first
You
correct.
got the first question right. Okay. We use Microsoft a lot, right? Microsoft. But who's actually the real founder of Microsoft?
Microsoft founder.
There's 2 people, but I'll make you use any one person. Who is the founder of Microsoft? It's pretty simple.
It's really simple.
I don't know.
I'll give you an hint. He was once the richest man in the world.
Bill Gates.
Yes.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Bill Gates.
Okay. Now, one very important is this is part of physics. So you read physics, so I'm going to ask you this question.
Here at chemistry.
Who gave the universal law of gravitation?
Okay.
Gravity.
Newton.
Huh?
That's so easy,
Isaac
bro.
Newton. What is the natural satellite on the Earth?
Natural satellite on the Earth.
There's artificial satellites and natural satellites. So tell me what is the natural satellite? Tell me the answer. No, we're not cheating.
Hamza bhai.
Natural satellite on the Earth.
Moon.
Chand hai.
Moon.
Moon.
That's natural, right?
And natural hai na. Satellite hai. Gir to gira.
Student, what's your name?
My name is Anamza.
Ramzek, which year are you in? Which year are you in? Which year? Final year?
Second year.
Second year. So, Aramzek, what we have here is some basic questions that I'm going to be asking.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you 3 general knowledge questions.
Yes.
Basically on the medical, so you're just going to ask. Now, we know, now in a human body there's bones, right? Everywhere we have bones.
Yes.
The total number of bones in our human body is? You have to give, what is the total number of bones in our human body?
206.
Yeah, and then the number of teeth we have, like,
32.
but how many bones do we have in our skull?
22.
Exactly.
Very good, very good.
Very good. So you got the first question right. That was my first question. Now my second question I'm going to be asking is, there's a really common disease, and we've studied this in, I guess, part 1 or part 2 in intermediate. We had a book about, I think it was penicillin or something like that, and we were talking about red blood cells. Remember? So one thing is, which disease is caused due to the shortage of red blood cells?
Shortage of blood vessel. This is the anemia.
No.
You got it right. So,
Two.
question,
Very
and
good.
this is the last one. I'm really impressed by your answer, but not only the answer, but you explain why this is the answer. So I really like that. The question that I'm asking you now is, we have so many bones that are all attached to, like, Lego blocks. They're attached one with another. But there's actually one bone in our body that is not attached to any other bone.
This is the hyoid bone.
Hyoid bone, where is it located?
Which are present in the neck, which are not attached to anyone.
And every human being has this bone, and it's
Yes.
and it's basically placed there, and there's no connection with any other.
By the creators.
Wow, that is one blessing on you. Thank you.
Shukriya,
Really nice
Abdul.
having you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.